I hate outlanes. I absolutely hate them. I know they're supposed to be there, but why? Why does every single pinball machine have two big gaping holes where you can lose your ball? I mean, the space between the flippers is already big enough that the average guy could lose the ball in about 5 minutes. Outlanes, in my opinion, are, well, just sadistic. Well, flippers are there as tools. You use them to keep the ball from draining in the middle, and you can use them to knock the ball out of danger. That's what's fun about them. There's a 50-50 chance of draining. I don't see why outlanes are still a thing. They seem to be carryover from the older days of pinball when the coolest thing on the average playfield were some kick-out holes. They offered 2 more ways that you could lose. And they gave the ball more places to drift in the days before ramps, but man, they aren't one bit like the space between the flippers. Once a ball goes in those outlanes, it's game over. No chance of getting the thing back. I know that if you knock the ball from one side, the ball will go into the inlane, but if you do that, you could get a tilt depending on how nifty the sensors are, and I don't have time to think in that split second. So I just stay frozen in fear. I forget which side to tap. Also, I hear there's some kind of nifty move where you can hit the ball back into the playfield just as it's about to go into that big gaping hole. But really, I'm no judo expert. And that seems pretty risky too. I don't like tilts. I'm not sure why outlanes are a thing. They might be nice for the guy who owns the machine, sure, but for the player, they stink. What if I buy a machine and it has outlanes, then I don't benefit from them being there? They just make me lose. You might say the ball just goes in there because you aimed wrong or something, but what if it drifts in there after it hits some bumpers? The unpredictability of them is really what gets me. You never know when they'll hit. Sometimes it's the little bouncy thing between flippers. Sometimes it's a ramp shot that doesn't go all the way up and then comes zooming back down, but those outlanes always get me. I've thought up a few solutions to them. The first solution, I think this makes the most sense, is to have some games with no outlanes. After all, pinball is all about variety. Some people like multi-balls, so they go for a game with more multi-balls. Some people like bumpers, so they go for a game with more bumpers. The problem with outlanes isn't that they exist, it's that they're on every single game in existence. They're just a feature like a ramp or a spinner, so why are they on everyone? Half could be produced with outlanes. If I'm feeling risky, I could go for one with outlanes. If I just want to have fun and not worry about the potential death at every second, I could go for the outlane-free one. That seems to make more sense. Or how about this? Just one outlane. Still scary, but the chances of losing it are cut in half. I think I just might have seen an older version like that once. I'd like that. Just one outlane. On just one side. And you can flip it so the ball stays more on the other side and doesn't go near the outlane. With the 2 outlane variety, you're screwed no matter where you go. Why 2? 1 is enough. The final solution is to make the outlane interesting. If the ball is going to die, it should go out in style. The current outlanes are straight, cold, merciless. They look like a funeral procession. Why not add some pizzazz to things? Put some art on them, a few hidden messages like on the backboard, just something fun. Maybe some magnets or something that would suck the ball into the drain within an instant. Or some little bumps that the ball could drift over or something like that. The best solution I've seen so far is in The Wizard of Oz. There's a bumper in the outlane shaped like a hot air balloon, and if the bumper hits the ball enough times into some targets, then you get your ball back. Genius! Those guys at Jersey Jack Pinball really know how to lighten up a grim situation. Your ball coming back isn't guaranteed, but at least there's still a chance. And if you don't have any extra balls, some more chances are really helpful, especially when you're on the verge of wizard mode. I've heard that lots of games have specials lit in the outlanes. That's an okay purpose, but those specials only light up when you've gotten something incredible, mind-blowing amount of points. Also, what's the point of getting a free game if you have to lose a ball to do it? Why not make the special light somewhere on the playfield, on one bumper or something? When a special lights up, you have to choose between ending your game for a free game or shooting that one last ramp in wizard mode, and believe me, that's a pretty complex moral dilemma. Also, the special is only lit on one outlane at a time, and if it goes down the wrong outlane, you don't get jack squat. I'd rather just wait until I get a replay or something. I see no reason for outlanes, really. Their only purpose is to make you lose. They don't offer any challenge. The only challenge they offer you is whether you're willing to shatter the machine to pieces or not in your fit of rage. Owners might say it's business savvy to put outlanes in so the customer goes away after a bit of sadism. But I'd say it's more business savvy to keep those things out. Trust me, players will play a lot more if they don't face death at every flip. A pinball machine with outlanes might get more customers every day, but one without outlanes would get the same customer just plopping quarters in there 24/7, ... and worrying a lot less. Nobody seems to bring this up much. People just seem to consider outlanes a normal part of pinball. But I see them as a real nuisance, an avoidable nuisance at that. I think they should be put to rest. I know this has been a long rant. Tell me what you think. Any solutions for avoiding them, or any solutions to make them better, or just whatever purpose you find in them. Or if you agree with me, thanks.